D. Gardner with Gardner Counseling Service. I'm going to go over it's a quick video for a few frequently asked questions about narcissists. Question number 1, what is a narcissist? There is a clinical professional diagnosis that we use as professionals in the field of mental health, psychotherapy. Then there is the layman's version of the definition of narcissist. They're very similar. The clinical version we call narcissistic personality disorder. That is from a book that we use when we're diagnosing different mental illnesses. There's also a whole slew of the real research questionnaires that are used also for diagnosing. Okay, according to the DSM, significant impairments in personality functioning. So personality, think about your own personality. Are you outgoing? Are you an introvert? Would you rather be a social butterfly, or would you rather be home alone in front of the television, or just you prefer to be alone? Or you, let's see, high energy, or are you more laid back, lower energy type of person? Are you the talker, blah, 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 you talk a lot, or are you the person that would rather listen? So those are some quick definitions of personality traits. How hard you think it is to change that? Think personality. So this personality, a narcissistic personality is disordered. We call it narcissistic personality disorder according to the DSM-5. So there is significant personality disorder. So here's how it looks. Here's how the significant impairments look. Self-functioning, it's going to be one of these at least. Identity, who they are comes from others. Excessive reference to others for self-definition. So they need to get affirmation, validation, approval from other people. So that's where the bragging or the superiority complex comes from. That is how they define themselves. They do not have a self unless they're comparing themselves up against someone else. And then there is this, what we call self-esteem regulation. So that's basically the way they believe, what they believe about themselves has to do with someone else. They may have, and they have trouble controlling all of that as well. Exaggerated self-appraisal may be inflated or deflated. So, and they may go back and forth. So they may think of themselves as bigger than they really are, more superior, better than, or less than. And then they go back and forth. Or a person with narcissistic personality disorder, I'm going to call it NPD, we refer to it as NPD. They have a goal of gaining approval from someone. So this is another type. This particular type of person has a goal of gaining approval from other people. Their personal standards are very high, unreasonably high, because their standards, the things that expectations that they have of themselves has to be high because they view themselves as exceptional. Or, according to our diagnostic book, the person may have for at least 6 months to a year before attempting to diagnose them, they're self-centered. I'm going to talk about overt and covert later. They're self-centered. They firmly hold the belief that they're better than other people, and they may be condescending toward other people as well. They are attention-seeking. Excessive attempts are made to attract attention. They need to be the focus of attention and admiration. It is across the board. These problems they're stable across the board, and they are consistent in multiple settings, multiple areas. They're consistent. And the person is not behaving as such because of their culture, which, some cultures are a whole lot more positive than others. or because of some other reason. It's only because it's their personality. We also have to rule out that the person's behaviors are not related to alcohol or drug usage or medication or some other physical problem. So when a person is an addict or alcoholic or some sort of addiction, we usually recommend that they have a little bit of sobriety behind them, or they need to get their mind clear, because active addiction and early recovery can resemble narcissism. It's not uncommon for a person with some sort of addiction problem to present as a narcissist. So, because alcohol and drugs make you act like this. So we usually want them sober for a while before they're actually able to be diagnosed for narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, hopefully this video helped you see that there is a professional slash clinical official diagnosis for narcissistic personality disorder. It's not just this catchphrase, this buzz phrase going around in the community and all over the internet these days. I am the Dee Gardner, psychotherapist with Gardner Counseling Services. Remember, change is greener on the other side.